Welcome back, friends. My name is Megan, and we are so excited to be back with you on the This Day podcast. Today on the pod, we have country music artist Charly Reynolds joining us. She is going to be talking about her new music and just the world of country music. We are so excited to have our new friend Charly Reynolds on the podcast, so be sure to tune in and listen wherever you listen to podcasts. You can listen to our conversation right after a message from our sponsor. So excited that you would take time out of your day to join us for the podcast. I want to take a minute to thank one of our incredible sponsors, BetterHelp. BetterHelp is an incredible tool that you can use to get the help that you need for your mental health, because we all know that our minds are important to us. The Bible talks about renewing our minds. So we need to renew our minds daily. And if you are somebody that struggles with your mental health, or you know somebody that struggles with your mental health, you can get professionally licensed help with their round-the-clock therapy. They even offer Christian therapists to help you. If you are going through a hard time, you can use our code in the show notes below to get the help that you need today. Check them out. Charly, welcome to the podcast. Thank you so much for being here, and we are just so excited to have you on. Why don't you go ahead and share a little bit about who you are, what you do, and what you have going on?
Sure. So my name's Charly Reynolds. I'm 25 years old. I've been in Nashville for 7 years, a little bit over 7 years, to pursue country music. So I'm from Orlando, Florida originally, and I moved here 2 weeks after I turned 18. And I've just been grinding ever since, playing shows, songwriting, networking, doing social media stuff, ever since then. So for the past 7 years, and it's been good. It's been hard, but it's been good.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a ride, that's for sure.
It is.
That's
It's
for sure. Okay, so you talked about all that you're up to, and you have your debut album, Off the Record, that's out. Talk a little bit about all that went into going into that project, because we know that the music industry, it is anything but easy. I feel like from the outside looking in, people think it's the most glamorous thing in the world, but it is not once you get on the inside. It is hard work.
it is. It is a lot of hard work. I think a lot of people online sometimes think that it's easy and everything's always doing amazing just because of social media. I actually had some follower comment that today, and I'm like, you have no idea what it is like, at all. But with the album, I have just been waiting for so long to put out a project, and I was waiting and waiting and waiting because I was like, an independent artist, like, usually they just don't put out albums because number one, it's expensive, and number two, you don't have the team behind it that you would necessarily want to be able to push out the songs. You don't have the record label to do all of that. So it was a big risk, to do it, but I think it's one that I don't regret. It was so much fun writing towards an actual project than just writing to write. And we got so many great songs, and we went out to Arizona and filmed the videos and the cover art and all that stuff out there. We were on a budget, so we were there for literally 24 hours. And me and my friend Maddie shot 8 visualizers and photos in one day in a heat advisory in Arizona in the desert. So that was really fun. It actually was very fun until the end of the night when we definitely had heat exhaustion. But we got great content for it. We were so excited, and just so much goes into it. There's the visualizers and the actual building the album, which was probably the hardest part for me, was picking the songs and choosing the order and trying to pick like what falls best together and which song should come after the next song. And it was just a lot, but a lot of fun and a lot of creative stuff that I never really get to do, and a lot more of the business side that I also never get to do, or maybe don't want to do as much either. But it was very fun. And so that came out last September, so it's almost been a year, which is crazy. And this year I've been releasing the acoustic versions of the album, and so that album will finish up this August, and we'll be done and then new music is coming after that. So I really had a fun ride creating this album, and I've written a lot of new stuff that I could definitely make a whole nother album out of. But I probably will do just an EP or something in the next year or so with these upcoming songs.
That's so fun. And I think like especially for you as, an independent artist right now, you can look back on like all of those memories on filming in the heat advisory. Like you have all of those memories to take with you on the journey that you're on, right? So
100%.
it'll just
Yeah.
be things that you never forget.
Yes, I agree. Definitely will never forget that one. And like I said, it's fun to look back on, and it was actually very fun, and I enjoyed every bit of it.
Wonderful. Well, that's great. So, we talked a little bit here at the beginning, like a big stigma that people have looking in the music industry is it is this big glamorous, you sing on the fun stages, you get to do all of the fun things. What advice do you think has helped you, combat, the hard days with like the really cool moments, just like keeping that middle ground?
Oh, I am definitely a worrier, and I think if you can not worry about things so much and don't take everything so seriously, it would help a lot. In this industry, there's a lot of really high highs and then a lot more really low lows. And I have a really hard time personally balancing those because it's so amazing one day and then the next day sucks and everything
Yeah.
is, you've been turned down for all these things. And then the next day, you get this, oh, this really cool show opportunity. But then the next day, nothing is just streaming good. Nothing. It's just a very like roller coaster thing. Or you get one email that might be, it just stinks, and you didn't need that in your day, but you can't take it, to heart and take it so seriously and let it ruin your day. I think there's a lot of days that I regret letting little things like that just completely, destroy my day. And just because somebody, wrote a nasty email or was having a bad day themselves. So I think if you can just don't take it seriously, block out the negativity, keep going, even though it is very hard sometimes. And I've had more than my fair share of a lot of that. So, yeah, that's definitely the behind the scenes of being an artist. And it's not always glamorous, but when it is, it's really fun and really great. But you got to have the lows to have the highs too.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Um, what are some like big goals or big, ambitions that you have right now that if you could say, hey, if you got the call tomorrow to go here or to do this partnership, you would say absolutely yes.
Oh, yeah. I would say the Grand Ole Opry is the main thing for me right now. I've wanted to play it forever. And I think that's just been at the top of my bucket list since moving
Yeah.
to Nashville, especially. That would be huge. I would also say, as of recent, and you asked right now, I would love to be in a movie like of some sort and play a character that sings or doesn't sing, whatever. I just want to be in a movie and be tap into acting a little bit and
Yeah.
just experience that world a little bit. But the Grand Ole Opry is the number one priority for me right now.
The Opry is definitely the top of so many people's bucket
I
list. It's just
know.
the sweetest place in all of country music and so much history there.
Yes, and I feel like you can really, that's a moment where you can be like, I made it, you know? And if I
Yeah.
don't ever go any farther than here, I'm okay with that. And that's just such a huge milestone moment. So hopefully it will
Yeah.
happen in the near future.
Absolutely. Well, who inspired you to go into country music? Like who inspired you to come to Nashville?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up singing everything. I loved Disney princesses. I loved Hilary Duff, Hannah Montana, Taylor Swift. Growing up, also fun. I loved Adele too. I loved every genre. I just loved to sing,
Yeah.
period. And so I would sing all of those things. But Taylor Swift is really who kind of got me into country more, I would say. My family
Hmm.
listened to country music, but I just like I said, listen to everything. But I loved Taylor and also Carrie Underwood was a huge inspiration for me. I love Carrie, always have. I went and saw her concert when I was 12, and that was really the moment that I was like, all right, this is what I want to do. I just
Yeah.
saw, the stage and the outfits and the songs and everything was just so incredible. And so then I loved Carrie, so I sang Carrie at everything. And she's just been a really big inspiration for me as far as music. Um, our faith beliefs are the same. I just really admire her a lot. And also love Martina McBride, grew up on her too, Miranda Lambert and Reba, and so many others that kind of all encapsulate me, I would say. But Carrie Underwood and Taylor Swift were probably the two main influences for me in country music and to kind of give me that dream, I would say.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
those are two great ones. I mean, both
they
like
are.
Taylor right now at the top of her game,
Yes,
obviously, and just Carrie Underwood, just one of the queens of country music for sure.
yeah.
Um, okay, this we have to talk about. You released a song with your mom.
Yeah,
Girl, that is the cutest thing.
thank
It's
you.
just so sweet.
Thanks.
What, like, you have to share what all went into that. It is pink, it
Of
is
course.
fun, it is just adorable.
It's so much fun. We had the best time. So basically, our favorite movie is Mamma Mia. It maybe mine even more than hers. It's my favorite. I could watch it 1 million times and never get tired of it. It just makes you so happy. It makes me so happy and makes me just want to live life to the fullest and be spontaneous and it just I don't know. So I love it. And we have always, it's been our thing. Like we love Dancing Queen and we love Super Trooper. Those have always been our two favorite songs on the soundtrack. And so for Mother's Day, I was thinking maybe I would record a cover of Super Trooper for her. But then knowing my mom, and she's a drama teacher, I was like, she would definitely want to do this with me, I think, and be in do a music video and do costumes and have all this big fun stuff. And I was right. So she was so excited when I called her and asked her to do it. And we started planning our outfits immediately and got the recording date down for a day she was already going to be here in Nashville. And for the recording of the song and the recording of the video shortly after. And it was the best time. I mean, I think Zach, my producer, did such an incredible job with the track. Um, and just building that song to be everything we wanted it to be as far as like the vocal stacks and everything. I'm obsessed with it. And then the music video, Oceana, who has done a few of my other music videos, she
Yeah.
is so incredible. And same with the last video she did for me, which was Off the Record. Um, she sent it back in the first take, and I was like, that's it. Like it's done. No notes. It's amazing. And it's very rare that I do something like that because I am very particular on stuff, but she always just captures everything so perfectly. And I think it had like such a cool cinematic feel to it too, which was cool. But gosh, I don't know. It'll definitely be like one of my favorite things I've ever done or been a part of, especially because it was with my mom. So gotta be that was just such a special thing that we're always going to have to look back on forever.
Yeah.
And one day show my kids and my grandkids and be like, look at us. Like, look at what we did. And yeah, I just feel really blessed and I don't know, grateful to have a mom to do fun stuff like that with and that she's always down to do it. It was
Well, it
fun.
is so sweet and definitely shows just such a sweet bond between you guys. And it's just so fun. Like the colors, just everything about it is
It is very
sweet.
glitzy and sparkly and pink and fun, all the things we love. So it was perfect. It's not often that
It's
I get to
great.
show that off in a video for country music. So it was fun in this time before I start releasing new music to kind of just throw
Yeah.
that in and have fun with it.
I love it. I love it. Now, where can people keep up with you? Where can they hear new music, old
Yeah,
music, all of the things? Where can they find you?
all the things you can find me at Charlie Reynolds Music on social media, but on streaming platforms, just Charlie Reynolds at Charly. Reynolds, Reynolds. But yeah, you can keep up with me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. And as far as music, yeah, please go stream the album and definitely go stream Super Trooper because it's a bop.
Yes. Well, Charlie, it's been so fun hanging out with you today. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me, Megan. I appreciate it.
Hey, friends, thanks so much for listening to the podcast today. To check out more about Charly, you can head over to her social media and her website. For more information about our podcast, head over to our social media, and you can find all of this in the show description below. Know that you're loved.